Hey guys, I figured I'd take a little ride through Metairie here. I'll show y'all a little bit on W Esplenade, close to Cleary. They got Cleary closed right now. They're doing some road work on that street. I'm gonna turn up here. I'll drive y'all through one of the little subdivisions. Show y'all some of our beautiful architecture. So yeah, Metairie's a suburb, unincorporated, of about 140,000 people, roughly. Mostly built up over the 1950s to 1970s. Let's turn up here in this street. W Esplenade, North Turnbull, alright. Cut through this street here a while back. Some of our neighborhood houses. For those of you that live in other cities, this is what suburban life looks like down here. We don't have big yards. We don't have, big open areas and modern houses and, little one-entrance subdivisions. We don't really have that down here. This is pretty much what we have. 1960s, 1970s era houses. Perfectly straight streets. Hate that it's flickering like that. Trick of the camera. Let's go straight. I'll bring y'all back up to the other road. Just figured I'd show y'all a little bit about what our subdivisions look like down here. After having lived up in Mississippi for years, and this to me it just looks a little bit cleaner and nicer. I don't want to freak these people out. I'm going to put the phone down. We'll just point it at the map. I don't want to, because people outside, they like to talk. Neighbors will meet up outside and they'll talk and have little conversations in the driveway. And I just don't want to be the subject for 30 seconds. What's that guy doing with the phone sticking up? Blah, 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 Ain't nothing about them. I'm just trying to show a nice neighborhood, to show some houses, just so y'all can see what it looks like down here. It's a little bit different than other cities. This is Metry Street, one of my favorite little cut-through streets from veterans. Just through the subdivision, through the neighborhood, whatever you call it. Not really a subdivision. It's more of a neighborhood. Got oak trees. Some of these other kind of trees too. A lot of people walk, a lot of people ride bikes, a lot of people street park. You're constantly kind of zigzagging around cars parked in the street. Another thing, a lot of people drive Toyotas, if y'all hadn't noticed that yet. Yeah, not too many people around here cheap out and buy the crappy little Dodges and Nissan Versas and stuff. You don't see those too much down here. A lot of Toyotas, and a lot of people hang on to their vehicles for 10, 15, 20 years. Like when we pass a car like this, I'll stop, let them come by, and then I'll go around that parked one. Yeah, I just figured I'd show y'all some of these nice, beautiful houses. These are probably built, let's say, around 1960. Late 50s, early 60s, maybe even up into the mid to late 60s. Some of them have been redone. Some of them, little old wooden ones, have been demolished. Not too many of those around here, but some of the little ones get demolished and they end up just putting up something better in its place. Sometimes the neighborhoods, the older ones close to the Airline Highway, which is about 3 miles to the south of me here, they'll end up just buying out the old termite-eaten wooden houses, demolishing them, putting up new big houses, and jacking up the price. And the problem with that is that it looks really weird and kind of mismatches everything. But they're not doing it too bad. Like if you go up an hour away to City Baton Rouge, which is almost as big as New Orleans, but if you go up there, you start to everything's new up there, and it all just looks really. I can't really find a word for it, but I can't really find a word to describe it, but it just kind of looks repetitive. So you end up in this one entrance subdivision, and all the houses look identical, and they're all like siding with bricks in the front, and these big garages that stick out, and it's like these turny little streets. They're like figure eights, and they've got little ponds in the middle. I mean, it's really, really just like stereotypical suburbia. Kind of reminds me of like something that you stuck around Houston or Dallas or something. You know, the modern, minimalistic thing. I don't know, to me it's just really ugly. Lakeway Center. It's my favorite building. 34 floors tall. I think one of my members on my Acura forum actually works in that building. He was telling me about it a while back. 6 Severn Boulevard. We're close to Lakeside Mall. That's Executive Plaza. This is not in New Orleans. This is in the suburb of New Orleans called Metairie. This is not in the inner city. This is out in the suburbs. Just to show y'all exactly like how much concrete we use around here. This isn't, you know, if you're all about like trees and open space and big parks. I mean, yeah, there's City Park and stuff like that, Lafreniere Park. But if you're like about, you know, like taking a walk through the woods behind a neighborhood or something, yeah, that's not going to happen down here. Maybe in Baton Rouge or something, but not on this side of the lake. Maybe in Mandeville or Covington. Maybe that's why people live up there. But no, down here you're pretty much just going to get like this if you're in New Orleans or out in the suburbs. That's actually overflow parking for a Toyota dealer down there. They'll get creative and start using other parking lots like that. I'm going to go down to the Bucktown Marina. Y'all just want to come with me? It's only like 3 or 4 minutes from here. Might as well just take y'all with me, make a long video. Jump back over into my perspective lane. Not whatever you call it, perspective lane, whatever you call it. I'm not thinking right now. Nice clean Lexus RX right there. And a clean Buick Enclave. A lot of older cars down here. They're all in really good condition. Probably don't have that many miles on them. Really, you're not. Unless you like commute a lot, you're pretty much not going to put that many miles on your vehicle if you live down here. Nothing's that far away. I mean, when I was younger, my mom, she would only put like 10, 12,000. I mean, when I was really young, she only put like 6,000 a year. It's not much. You know, now I'm putting 50,000 a year, but I work across the lake and I'm all over the place all the time. Bonneville Boulevard, you have the Bonneville Boat Launch down away, and you got Veterans Boulevard down that away. There's one house still left on the canal here in the middle. Right there. I think I got a pickup truck about to pass me. Alright. I was saying that there's one, this is the only one. There used to be a bunch of houses up in the middle right here. His backyard's on the canal. But there used to be, you see like, you see the little curbs? Or there was aprons, like right there was an apron. There's another apron for a driveway. Just stuff like that. Yeah, there used to be several houses there. And I think West Metairie still has it. But West Esplenade, they got rid of most of them. But there's that one house left, and he's actually an artist or something. I was reading about him on the You Know You're From Metairie If, it's a Facebook page, and they put really interesting little things, and it's called You Know If You're From Metairie If ... and it's a really cool little group on there. Let's check this out. Alright, we're getting pretty close to Orleans Parish now. We're coming up, we're by Lake Pontchartrain, so we're kind of, right now we're in between the, if you look at a map of the city, we're in between the Causeway Bridge and City Park. They've been painting our, let's see if I can zoom this phone in. Okay, that's working. They've been painting these little junction boxes all around in the parish lately. This is Jefferson Parish. It's a library. That building. And I mean, like that little neighborhood I drove y'all off in a minute ago, it's basically what it's like all the way up through here. I mean, it's just the same kind. You know, varying degrees of niceness and oldness. Most of the small, older neighborhoods around here are going to be like Airline Park. And then going off toward like Highway Park, some of those areas. And that's south toward Airline. They built this side up here by the lake later on. This is an older area, so things kept building. When they built this up, Jefferson Parish, they built it between, say it started around like 1950, was when they really started building around here, and it kind of tapered off like in the 80s. So it's all kind of built like in just a matter of a few decades. So I'm trying to say is it's like So the further north and west that you go, the more newer stuff you're going to find. Kind of the last of it was in the 90s, and that would be like the very back corner of North Kenner. Trying to think, you got like Wood Lake, Yosemite, those streets back up in there, and that's going to be about 8 miles straight back behind where we are right now, straight kind of in my mirror, about 8 miles back that way. And the back corner of Jefferson Parish. Right, we're going to turn on Lake Avenue right now. We're in Bucktown, Metairie. Just a little bit, just about 5 minutes west of City Park right here. Some schools on my left, some apartments on my right, some houses on my right. This is a really kind of diversified little area, but it's kind of fishing popular. There's some marinas up there, some good restaurants. You got like Deanie's Seafood coming up over here, and they got the little live bait shop. Probably the most, other than Old Metairie, probably one of the most diversified areas out here compared to, like, say, the rest of the area. This is kind of a exclusive little area back here. Got a drive-through daiquiri shop. Pacino's Coffee is like a little lighthouse looking thing, and you got Deanie's Seafood right there. Of course, outdoor seating right now due to the thing going on. Stop at this light. We're gonna take a left. Light turn green. All right. And that building right there is in New Orleans. And there's a little area right here. RNO Seafood, place with the roast beef sandwiches. We're gonna turn off into this. And there's Lakeway Center coming up in the top of my frame, kind of in the middle. It's the building. You're going to see the Causeway Bridge here in just a second. There it is. Lakeway Center, Lake Pontchartrain. You can kind of, it's going to be so small if this car come by. That's a little walking trail along the levee on the lake. You can walk or bike it. There's a little marina, the boats. It's the 17th Street Canal Pumping Station right there. That's the side that broke for Hurricane Katrina. It was the other side going further away from us here. That side broke and it flooded them pretty badly. But over here, there's some street flooding because we didn't run our pumps. But other than that, it was pretty much controlled, I'd say. It wasn't like, Metairie had some toward the lake. 2, 3, 4 feet, if that. Here we go. There's the Causeway Bridge. See if this bicycle's gonna come up behind me. Yeah, he's gonna come up behind me. It means I gotta move. Alright. Been out here a few times at night, and there's not normally anyone out here. There's a little pavilions, gazebo things, whatever you call them. Just go around to the other side. I hope that bike isn't still behind me. There's the water, the marina. I actually forgot about this little parking area. I just found it a couple of weeks ago. I came here many, many, many years ago, and I just saw a lot of traffic coming in and out of here a few weeks ago, and I'm just like, let me just turn back here and see what the deal is. And they got all this going on, but I do remember I was here about 10 or 15 years ago. Let's just pull up right here. Let's try not to get this guy in our frame, but the gentleman standing right there. You can see the Causeway Bridge right there. Alright guys, I just figured that'd be cool. A little trip around Metry. It's a beautiful day. It's hot. A hot day. I might turn this away and I'm gonna pull up and park and upload this. Alright. Alright guys, y'all take care. It's Bucktown Marina, Metairie, Louisiana. Alright guys, y'all take care. I'll see y'all later.